I'm gonna do a rap. It's recap time with your girl Chelsea. Hey, yo, what's up? That is me. We're here to tell you what happened in episode 33. Ding! I definitely should keep my day job. Hello, welcome to your recap for episode 33, Something in the Water. We left the Mountain Dews inside Core Hall city limits, trying to avoid detection and infection. They stealthed their way through the streets to the Citadel, the center point of town, and possibly of the disease. Though they had to contend with several ambushes from the diseased slimes, they were able to make it to the Citadel relatively unscathed. Once there, Philip noticed an odd greenish vapor that rose from the westernmost fountain at the foot of the tower. Though Sitlolly volunteered to check it out, Philip put his foot down that he should be the one to do it, since he was immune to disease. Philip detected that the green vapor was an airborne form of the deadly disease, which made this fountain the main source. With the spell, Philip was not only able to identify the contagion, but could also tell if it was active or dormant on the surrounding surfaces. Philip, Clickwhistle, and Liam entered the Citadel on the ground floor, while Nameless and Sitlolly ran up the spiral staircase on the outside to check out the higher floors. The trio downstairs found themselves confronted by 3 slimes, which Philip tried to bring back to personhood. After a very close call for Clickwhistle, Philip actually managed to bring back one of the slimes. Somewhat.
As you attempt this time, you feel a gentle half hand placed on your own as the surge of positive energy flows from you into the mass, and you see it. You hear bones cracking as skin turns back into itself, wrapping around into form. And after probably around a 30-second gruesome sort of formation, you see an unconscious half-elf woman permeating, like just dripping with sweat, visibly just catatonic.
As Philip took the newly reformed and deeply catatonic half-elf out into the air to breathe, Liam investigated a strange hatch on the floor of the lobby. It led to a very dark tunnel, presumably the bowels of the Citadel, where one could put a new filtration system. Leaving the girl with Penguin for protection, the dudes headed down into the hatch. Philip took the lead through a maze of pipes, as he detected which one contained the contaminated water. With the 5-inch pipe spewing contaminated air, they decided to use the 3 immunity potions they had with them. Though this left Nameless and Clickwhistle without any immunity, so they still had to keep going with extreme caution. After a small encounter with a few more slimes, they finally reached their goal, the water filtration room. Within the maze of pipes, Liam was able to identify the filtration device, which turned out not to be a filtration device at all. Instead, it held the disease itself, but also a terrible curse written in draconic runes.
You have the feeling that you can either separate it from its connectors to the gel, or you can separate it from its connectors to the curse, but the problem is one will continue forever. The water in Core Hall will either continue to be this way forever, in perpetuity, or the curse will exist forever.
So the city dies or the city's people die?
Ultimately, and with a heavy heart, they decided to disable the disease. The risk of contaminating the world was too great for them to pass over. Sadly, this left the victims of Core Hall forever in their horrible forms. After they nullified the disease, they headed back to the meetup point to report back to the outside world. As they made their walk back, Panther offered wisdom and comfort to each in turn. And that's where we'll pick up this week on The Natural Ones. It's like it's my daytime Coke or my morning Coke.